Manila, Philippines. The roar of new engines tears across the tropical sky. High above the West Philippine Sea, a new Guardian has taken flight. The Philippine Air Force has officially welcomed its first squadron of KF-21 Boramae fighter jets. This isn't just another military purchase, it's a declaration. The Philippines, long seen as having a modest military, is signaling a dramatic shift in its defense posture. The era of passive defense is over. An era of active deterrence has begun. For years, Filipino fishermen have reported harassment, and the Coast Guard has faced down larger, more aggressive vessels. The nation's claims in the South China Sea have been a source of constant tension. Now the equation is changing. The Boramae, meaning young hawk in Korean, gives the Philippines a credible and powerful new tool. These jets represent a quantum leap in technology and capability for the Philippine Air Force. They are a statement of intent, written in the contrails of a 4.5 generation fighter jet. The world is watching, allies are taking note, rivals are being forced to recalculate. At Clark Air Base, national pride was electric as the first jets performed a flyby. Their sleek frames cut a stark contrast against the older aircraft of the fleet. The decision to acquire these advanced fighters from South Korea was bold, born from necessity and urgency. The young hawk is now a Filipino protector, its shadow falling over the waters it's tasked to defend. This acquisition sends ripples far beyond the Philippine archipelago, impacting regional security and alliances. The Boramae is not merely a weapon system, it's a symbol of a nation rising to meet the challenges of the 21st century. As these jets begin their patrols, they carry the hopes and resolve of over 110 million people. A new chapter in Philippine history is being written at supersonic speeds above the contested waters of the South China Sea. The deal was finalized after months of intense negotiations, a landmark agreement between the Philippines and South Korea. Manila committed to acquiring 24 KF-21 Boramae fighters, the largest defense acquisition in the country's history. This marked a strategic pivot, from internal security to credible deterrence against external aggression. The focus shifted from counterinsurgency to asserting sovereignty in the air and at sea. This decision was a direct response to escalating incidents in the West Philippine Sea. Chinese maritime militia vessels have swarmed Philippine-held features, threatening livelihoods and sparking tense standoffs. Diplomatic protests had little effect. Manila concluded that words alone were not enough. A credible military deterrent was needed. The KF-21 Boramae was chosen to provide that credibility. For decades, the Philippine military was configured for internal threats, with equipment ill-suited for modern regional challenges. The purchase of the Boramae signals a fundamental change in doctrine. The armed forces are now retooling for territorial defense. This requires new training, infrastructure, and a new mindset for a generation of soldiers, sailors, and airmen. The arrival of the jets is the culmination of this vision. The Boramae is not just an aircraft, it's the embodiment of a new defense philosophy. It represents the country's commitment to upholding international law and defending its rights in the West Philippine Sea. By investing in these high-end capabilities, the Philippines is sending an unambiguous message: it will not be pushed around. And it now has a powerful new hawk in the sky to help it do just that. So, what exactly is the KF-21 Boramae? It's one of the world's most advanced fighter jets, developed by Korea Aerospace Industries. It's a 4.5 generation fighter, more advanced than the F-16 or Su-30. While not a full stealth jet, it incorporates stealthy design and radar-absorbent materials, making it hard to detect. The Boramae is a twin-engine fighter, crucial for long-range patrols over the South China Sea. Its airframe is designed to deflect and absorb enemy radar waves. The real magic is inside. A state-of-the-art AESA radar scans and tracks multiple targets with speed and accuracy. An advanced infrared search and track system detects enemy aircraft by heat signature, providing stealthy target acquisition. For the Philippine Air Force, this is a leap of several generations. Previous fighters were light trainers. The KF-21 is in a different league. It's faster, has longer range, carries more weapons, and is far more survivable. The young hawk is a true apex predator. The KF-21 Boramae is about more than modernizing the Air Force. It's a shift in national security strategy. For decades, the Philippines endured salami-slicing tactics in the South China Sea. The Boramae is Manila's answer, raising the cost of aggression. The Philippines is no longer content with ignored diplomatic protests. It's building credible military capability. A squadron of KF-21s patrolling the West Philippine Sea changes the strategic calculus for any aggressor. Now, adversaries must consider the risk of encountering a stealthy, capable fighter jet. This creates a real deterrent, forcing opponents to think twice before harassing Filipino vessels. The Boramae draws a clear line in the sky, and on the sea below. The strategy has shifted from passive defense to active archipelagic defense. The KF-21's long range allows sustained patrols across the nation's vast maritime domain. This persistent presence asserts sovereignty and complicates any foreign power's plans. It's not about starting conflict, but preventing it by making the cost of entry unacceptably high. The young hawk is now the high-tech gatekeeper of Philippine territory. Beyond strategy and specs, the KF-21 Boramae has ignited national pride. For a nation with a history of colonization, seeing advanced jets flown by Filipinos is profoundly empowering. The Boramae is more than hardware, it's a national icon. It marks a break from the past, when the military was underfunded and ill-equipped. This investment shows a government serious about protecting its people and territory. For pilots and ground crew, operating such an advanced jet is a dream realized, elevating morale and professionalism. They're no longer flying outdated aircraft, they're guardians of a new era. The KF-21 is a symbol of resolve and self-reliance. While alliances matter, this move shows the Philippines is taking charge of its own defense. The Boramae's wings carry not just missiles but the hopes and spirit of the Filipino people. It's a declaration: the Philippines will be the primary agent in its own security. To grasp this upgrade's magnitude, consider what the Philippine Air Force flew before: the FA-50PH Golden Eagle, a capable light fighter but limited in range, payload, and survivability. The KF-21 Boramae is a monumental leap, a modern sports sedan compared to a Formula One race car. It's faster, more agile, stealthier, and can carry a formidable arsenal deep into the West Philippine Sea. This transforms the PAF from a defensive force into one that can project power. But this leap requires more than new planes. It demands overhauled training and infrastructure. Pilots and ground crews are undergoing intensive conversion training in South Korea and the Philippines. Air bases are being upgraded to support these advanced jets. The transformation will take time, but the process has begun. The KF-21 is the catalyst, forcing the entire defense establishment to level up. This is about building a truly modern and formidable air force for the 21st century. The Philippine KF-21 Boramae fleet's mission is clear: secure the nation's interests in the West Philippine Sea. This maritime domain is rich in resources and vital sea lanes. The Boramae is the sharpest tool for this task, with long patrol range and advanced sensors. It provides air cover for Navy and Coast Guard vessels, deterring harassment and protecting Filipino missions. Its AESA radar scans vast ocean areas, relaying real-time data to command centers. This boosts maritime domain awareness and rapid response to threats. In conflict, the Boramae would be the first line of defense, armed with long-range anti-ship missiles. This forces adversaries to operate with caution. They can no longer assume uncontested control. The Boramae fundamentally alters the naval balance, giving the Philippines a powerful asymmetric advantage. The KF-21 Boramae acquisition enhances the Philippines' role as a key security partner for South Korea and the U.S. For South Korea, it's a triumph for its defense industry and deepens strategic ties with Manila. This creates a new triangular security relationship, fostering greater cooperation and interoperability. For the U.S., a stronger Filipino military strengthens the alliance and regional security. The KF-21s are interoperable with allied forces, enabling seamless data sharing and joint operations. This move subtly shifts the regional military balance, narrowing the technological gap with China. It complicates Beijing's planning and contributes to a more stable deterrent balance. The Boramae strengthens the Philippines' position within ASEAN, elevating its status as a serious security actor. By investing in its own defense, the Philippines encourages a more unified regional stand. The message "regional security is a shared responsibility," and the Philippines is now a more valuable partner. The KF-21 deal is more than defense, it's a catalyst for economic and industrial growth. Technology transfer and local assembly will create high-skilled jobs and lay the foundation for a domestic aerospace industry. Skills developed for the KF-21 program will ripple through the economy, spurring investment in education and manufacturing. Filipino companies will join the global supply chain, integrating the Philippines into a high-value industry. This marks a new era of confidence. The nation now has a credible deterrent to protect its rights. Security allows the Philippines to engage the world from a position of strength. The Boramae's engines are the sound of a nation securing its future. To allies, it signals the Philippines as a reliable partner. To rivals, it's a clear warning. the KF-21 Boramae is the embodiment of a nation's will to be sovereign and secure. A new dawn has broken over the Philippines, taking flight on the wings of a hawk.